AirAsia's mission is to allow everyone to fly. Since 2001, AirAsia delivered world-class service at low fares to more than 600 million guests across Asia-Pacific, proving that low cost doesn't mean low quality and air travel doesn't have to be costly. Vision: to be the largest low-cost airline in Asia and serving the 3 billion people who are currently underserved with poor connectivity and high fares. Objective: the objective of AirAsia is to become the largest low-cost airline organization in Asia by providing services to more than 3 billion people. Next, the objective is to attain with the lowest cost and lead to everyone can fly. Last but not least, the objective is to maintain the product quality and reduce the cost.
AirAsia Company background. The company name is AirAsia Berhad and stylized as AirAsia. In 1993, AirAsia Berhad was established and commenced operation in 1996. Next, in 2001, Tony Fernandez, who owned Tune Air Sendian Berhad, bought AirAsia Airline. AirAsia main hub is located at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA. The types of transportation provided is air transportation service, and AirAsia also among one of the famous platforms in Asia Pacific. In addition, AirAsia not only operates in Malaysia but also operates in several countries such as India, Thailand, Indonesia, and Philippines.
Mission:
First of all is the net loss of the company income was affected due to the pandemic COVID-19. During this pandemic, the company of AirAsia Group Berhad recorded the net loss starting in the fourth quarter ended 31 December 2020. The total revenues in the company they receive is not enough to cover the expenses, including all the maintenance of the airplane. Secondly, AirAsia Berhad have been affected due to this pandemic in percentage of the workers lost their job become increased. During this pandemic, around 10% of the staff in AirAsia did the retrenchment of employees. The company wants to reduce the staff and operate in a small group to make sure the company can pay the salary to all staff to enable the financial of the company to be stable. For the last one is AirAsia flight was suspended due to this pandemic COVID-19. During this pandemic, many borders of the country was closed, especially international borders for the flight purpose. AirAsia company affect when all the domestic and international flights suspended to make sure the safety of the guests to be their priority, and indirectly the demand from the guests starts reducing day by day.
Existing solutions. AirAsia must have solutions to their business to keep them flying and stay in business during the period of MCO. For this to happen, AirAsia have made some key solutions that will help their cause. Number 1. AirAsia have reduced their costs by 30%. Reports from the edge markets have said that the company will not be ordering any new aircrafts and will stick with their current fleets. This means to stop orders to reduce their costs as airplanes are not in demand anymore due to the international borders are still closed. Another strategy is to restructure their fuel hedges so that they can reduce the purchase for fuel and hopefully reduce hedging losses of fuels if prices were to remain. Other reports to include cutting senior staff salaries to 15%, including CEO Tony Fernandez. Number 2. AirAsia to open domestic flights for their customers. Thanks to an announcement from the government, airline companies can remain open on January of 12, 2021, despite MCO is imposed. The company have been open domestic flights to the public for essential workers only. This includes getting permission from the Royal Malaysian Police. States involved is Penang, Selangor, Melaka, Johor, and many more. Fortunately, this can shed some light for their businesses to stay flying. Solution number 3. AirAsia upgrades their business by diversifying their revenues. Another report from Malay Mail also stated that AirAsia will approach to develop their own franchise, which is the Santan ASEAN restaurant. From the AirAsia Cafe to Santan Restaurant, they currently have 2 outlets in Malaysia, which is Mid Valley Mega Mall and in Sunway Pyramid. The business is successful and is looking to expand to other countries, such as in China and London. The company also stated they intend to open 100 franchises in Malaysia by the first quarter of 2022. This approach by AirAsia is great for them to not just sell their plane tickets, but also sell the beloved nasi lemak.
Now, we go to the recommendation on how to solve the issue that faced by AirAsia Airlines during pandemic. Number 1. Set a guideline. If circumstances compel for service purposes, the aviation industry can be run by following the prescribed guidelines, whereby, to start operations, the government guidelines that will be issued will serve as the main resource in training AirAsia crew and staff in managing public health conditions. For the last one, imposing unpaid leave, the negative financial impact of the COVID-19 crisis was unprecedented, so MAG did not take long to take the difficult step. In this time of emergency, not all employees are needed and they need leave on government instructions. Therefore, to reduce costs and protect cash, AirAsia must impose unpaid leave. The second one is reducing employee wages. To reduce losses incurred, Malaysia Aviation Group's MAG and AirAsia Berhad need to implement measures to reduce staff salaries for several months in an effort to address the impact of COVID-19 which affected the company's revenue, where MAG will reduce 10% of senior management salaries and allowances only and doesn't involve lower level employees.